Welcome back, motorcycle enthusiasts and all around just viewers that accidentally clicked on my thumbnails. Let's talk some full fitty action.
What chance does a privateer have?
Welcome to Supercross.
What do you say to a factory ride?
So the first thing, I know what we all want to talk about, but the first thing I want to talk about is the track. Not that mention that my video from Feld got demonetized and banned and deleted. It's another story. 3 times. They changed the track. And part of it I thought was good. You know, there should have been a whoop section before the sand. I think that would have made the sand more competitive to where there weren't just lines going into one, you know, or just one fast inside line. Yeah, in the main event, they were going inside, outside, but I think it would have mixed things up a little bit to where guys were hauling through the whoops, then had an element to after the whoops to not really break, as opposed to just having a one line triple. You know, I get it. They want to have 2 triples on the track at every Supercross. However, they should have had 2 whoop sections here, because without it, the track was very hard to pass on, very one line. If we didn't have as many competitors as we have, I think the race could have been quite a bit more boring. Not to mention the other whoop section, they made a little option where you kind of jump down, you know, you just fall off the wall into the whoops. I thought that was incredibly silly, because the guys with the big cojones didn't help them as much, because you added basically a checkup beforehand. So you have guys like Craig and Malcolm Stewart that could just haul into them and do it with their eyes closed. Instead, they had to slow down after that little wall, so it gave everybody this small little checkup. And yeah, it made for a little bit tighter racing, but it didn't separate anybody. That's kind of what I'm talking about, is the track should have been able to separate people. The real badasses to people that are just good at different variables at the track. So digression almost over, because the last thing is the triple after the finish line. I do have to say Dirtworks did a good job by getting rid of that one. I just wish they would have kept 2 whoop sections. So, I did say that I thought it was going to be a green bike or a blue bike to win. It's pretty nice to see Tomac make it happen. If you saw him in his heat race, the way he's riding that bike is he's clutching it a lot more. That bike sounds very torquey, and he seems to use the clutch quite a lot. And even in the heat race, you saw him over some of the jumps, he was real adjusting, you know, like that sucker was getting real hot. Right after he made the pass for the lead in the heat race, kind of just went bam bam barsha, as opposed to just pinning it, you know, kind of pull the clutch in and make a lot of noise. But then he was adjusting it, which I thought was kind of cool to see. And it's nice to see that Yamaha can handle it. It just won't blow up into smoke. And man, we got to talk about Kenny. I said it before, I think he needs to be a dick. His inner dick needs to come out. You know, let that schlong hang down to the floor. Let everybody know how big your dick is. Because nice guys finish last, especially in racing motorcycles. Yeah, people, you know, say Dungey and Carmichael, you know, these guys were all like nice guys. McGrath, not on the track, okay? You need to make your presence known, that you're not here to be fucked around with. Because what happened with Jason and Kenny, if you take Kenny out of the equation and you put damn near any other rider there, Tomac, maybe Bam Bam, I know they have they've gotten into it a few times, so maybe not the best analogy, but he wouldn't have done it. Sexton wouldn't have made that move, would have checked up just a little bit, wouldn't have completed the pass. I probably will go over this a little bit more in my crash video. However, the overview, is this one of those things where it's like out with the old, in with the new? You know, like your girl's like, hey, I'm gonna get a boob job, and you're all over there like, oh, sweet. Like out with the old, in with the new. Okay, maybe not the best analogy. Well, okay, maybe it's Troy Lee just comes out with this sick new gear and you're all like, yeah, out the old, in with the new. And it says anal on it and you're like, oh no, can't do that. Oh, got a better one. It's like the Matrix. You know, they're redoing the Matrix. It's gonna be epic. The old and then the new is gonna be even better. And then you just see Keanu Reeves, 90-year-old man trying to... It just didn't work, right? So, all right. Moving on. Joke over. I know I said I'm moving on, but I don't think I got any of my point across. It was confidence move. Confidence move. Made the pass. He thought he could had a wheel on him. You know, still dirty move, but any other rider wouldn't have done it. Wouldn't have done it. And let's talk about Webb, because he's the champ. And he's got a lot of spotlight on him for being the champ and then ditching Aldon. Everyone is saying how crappy he's doing since he's not with Aldon. Well, you've got Plessinger and Malcolm, who you could argue are doing better, but still none of them have been outliers where they've won races, gotten on the podium. They've been fast. They just aren't putting it all together. And if we look at Webb's finishes between last year and this year, first 4 rounds, last year he went 9th, 4th, 1st, and 3rd. And now he went 2, 7, 4, 8. So what is there? There's a 7-point difference between 4 rounds. And with the amount of competition that's going on, I don't think this is pointing fingers at, hey, because you're not on Aldon's team, that now you're not going to be champion ever again. It might be more of a scenario as why these guys leave Aldon is because they get the poop worked out of them. You know, you can only ride a horse and push it so far until it dies. And I think Aldon has a reputation of pushing these guys so much that they get burnt out. And in a sport where you're riding year-round and you got all these injuries, you need to have more of a Jason Anderson approach to life where you're just going to have fun. And yeah, you're going to do your work, but you're also going to enjoy simple things, because when you have a clear head and you're really enjoying what you're doing, the results happen. Yes, I will kind of eat my own words saying with Tomac that if he doesn't make it happen with getting the wins, I was arguing that this was the downfall, where he was already done, he was already burnt out. But it looks, surprisingly, yes, I'm a little surprised, I know most of you are not surprised, that the change of scenery has helped him. But in Webb's case, I don't think we can really use the Aldon factor to hold it against him, because the guys that Aldon's left with aren't really making it noteworthy whatsoever. It's got more to do with you've got 15 guys that can win races. You know, maybe a little over exaggeration. You got 10 guys. Anyway, this is Johnny Effin Hopper, and until next time, brop with me. If you see me at the Glendale round, I'm gonna be in the stands. I'm gonna just go watch some racing. You know, maybe I'll have my beer cap on and fill it with water, or you know, maybe lemonade. I like lemonade. Lemonade is good. Ooh, what is it? Arnold Palmer. You know, that's what. Shit, what is it? Is tea lemonade? That shit's pretty good. Might get some of that stuff. Come say hi, cause I can't get a press pass, cause you gotta be media that has a noteworthy audience, and I don't think, you know, 400,000 views a month is a good enough audience. if you're Tomac, you just clutch the shit out of it.